This week we will be starting Vocabulary Unit 1-2. Our first word is hover, which means to float or hang suspended over, or to move back and forth uncertainly or around. Our first question is, can you think of an object that hovers? Next we'll move on to the word jostle, to make or force one's way by pushing or elbowing, or to bump, shove, or brush against, or it also means to compete for. So for your second question, try to think of a sport that requires the most jostling. Next we have the word laggard, and when you use it as a noun, it means a person who moves slowly or falls behind. And when you use laggard as an adjective in a sentence, it means falling behind, slow to move, act, or respond. And our third question is, who is the biggest laggard in your family? Our next word is plaudits, which means applause or enthusiastic praise or approval. And our question is, what have you done that has deserved plaudits? Our next word is preclude, which means to make impossible, prevent, or shut out. And our question for our fifth word is, when has homework precluded you from doing something? Next, we have the word revert, which means to return or go back as to an earlier stage of development. So our sixth question will be, what old habits do you revert to even when you try your best to change? Rubble is our next word, which means broken stone or bricks or ruins. And our question for number 7 is, where have you seen rubble? Our next word is servile, which means behaving like a slave or a servant, or lacking spirit or independence. It also means relating to a slave or submissive. And our question for this word is, what TV, movie, or book character is servile? Our next word is vigil, which means a watch, especially at night, or any period of watchful attention. And our question for vigil is, when have you been on or at a vigil? Our last word is wrangle, and when you use wrangle as a verb, it means to quarrel or argue in a noisy, angry way, or to obtain by argument. It also means to herd. And when you use it as a noun, the word wrangle means a noisy quarrel. And our last question is, have you ever wrangled with someone or something? Your instructions for this week are to, on the back of your orange vocabulary paper, write the answer to each of the 10 questions in the video, and then go back and pause the video to write the word, the definition, and to write a synonym, an example, or draw a picture for each word in the organizer on the front of the paper. So that whole paper this week is due, rather than entering the information into Edmodo. Good luck!
Created using Powtoon.